Have you ever made a huge life plan at 2 a.m.? You know the one. Tomorrow you will wake up early, you will drink water, you will go to the gym, you will read 10 pages, you will stop scrolling, you will become calm, rich, focused, attractive, emotionally stable, and somehow also meal prep. And then tomorrow arrives, your alarm goes off, you look at it like it personally betrayed you, and suddenly the new improved version of you has been postponed until Monday. This is basically the human experience. We want better lives, but we keep trying to build them using motivation, and motivation is useful. But it is also a very dramatic employee. Some days it shows up wearing a cape. Other days it does not answer emails. That is where Atomic Habits by James Clear becomes useful. The big idea is simple. Stop trying to change your entire life in one heroic moment. Instead, improve the tiny actions you repeat every day, because your life is not shaped by what you do once in a while. It is shaped by what you do on repeat. If you eat one salad, your body does not instantly transform. If you read one page, you do not suddenly become a philosopher in a hoodie. If you save $5, your bank account does not start playing inspirational music. But repeat those small actions long enough, and they start to compound. Tiny habits are boring in the beginning. That is the problem. They do not give you a movie moment. No dramatic soundtrack, no slow motion transformation. Just you doing something small while your brain asks, "Is this it?" Yes. Annoyingly, this is it. The first lesson from Atomic Habits is that small changes matter more than they feel like they matter. Most people quit because they expect progress to feel obvious. They want proof immediately. They want to work out for 3 days and see abs. They want to read half a book and become wise enough to give advice at coffee shops. But real improvement often has a delay. For a while, nothing seems to happen. You are doing the habit. But your life looks the same. This is where people say, it is not working. But the better question is this: am I casting votes for the person I want to become? That is one of the most powerful ideas in the book. Every action is a vote. When you write for 5 minutes, you cast a vote for being a writer. When you go for a walk, you cast a vote for being a healthier person. When you put your phone away and focus for 10 minutes, you cast a vote for being someone who can control their attention. One vote will not win the election, but votes add up, and this changes how you see habits. You are not just trying to read a book. You are becoming a reader. You are not just trying to clean your desk. You are becoming an organized person. You are not just trying to exercise. You are becoming someone who does not abandon themselves every time life gets inconvenient. That sounds dramatic, but it matters, because most people try to change by focusing only on outcomes. I want to lose weight. I want to make more money. I want to finish a project. Those goals are fine, but goals do not automatically change your daily behavior. Almost everyone wants better results. The difference is the system. Winners and losers often have the same goals. Every athlete wants to win. Every student wants good grades. Every creator wants an audience. Every person with a notes app full of business ideas wants to become a mysterious, successful adult. The goal is not the rare part. The system is the rare part. So instead of asking, "What do I want to achieve?" ask, "What kind of daily system would make this result more likely?" If you want to read more, do not just say, "I need to read more." Put the book where your phone usually lives. Read one page after making coffee. Make it so easy that your brain cannot start a legal argument. If you want to stop eating junk food, do not rely on becoming a monk at 11:30 p.m. while snacks are staring at you from the kitchen. Change the environment. Put better food where you can see it. Make the junk food inconvenient. Because here is another big lesson. Your environment is quietly training you. We like to think we make independent choices all day, but most of the time we are responding to cues. Your phone on the table says, "Check me." The couch says, "Sit down and become furniture." The running shoes hidden in the closet say absolutely nothing because you cannot see them. So if you want a better habit, make the cue obvious. Put your gym clothes out the night before. Leave your notebook open on your desk. Keep water nearby. Make the good habit visible. And if you want to break a bad habit, make the cue invisible. Move the distracting apps. Log out. Put the remote in another room. Hide the snacks. Not because you are weak, because you are human. And humans are heavily influenced by whatever is easiest in the moment. This is one of the most practical parts of the book. Stop making your life a test of willpower. Willpower is not a lifestyle. It is an emergency battery. You can use it sometimes. But if your entire plan depends on fighting yourself every day, eventually you will get tired. And when you get tired, the old habit usually wins. So make good habits easy. That is the next rule. A habit needs to be obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Let us talk about easy. Because this is where many people sabotage themselves. They start too big. They say, "I will work out for 1 hour every morning." Amazing, but you currently have a close personal relationship with the snooze button. Start smaller. Do 2 push-ups. Walk for 5 minutes. Read 1 page. Write 1 sentence. Meditate for 60 seconds. The point is not that 1 page will change your life today. The point is that you are building the habit of showing up. Showing up is the foundation. You can improve the habit later, but first you need to become the kind of person who starts. Because the hardest part of most habits is not the middle. It is the beginning. Putting on the shoes, opening the document, starting the first page. Once you start, momentum helps. But before you start, your brain becomes a professional excuse factory. So lower the entry fee. Make the habit so small that it feels almost silly. And yes, your brain may say, "This is too easy." Good. Easy is how you begin. You can always do more, but you do not have to. That is the magic. If your rule is read 1 page and you read 10, great. If you only read 1, you still kept the identity alive. You still cast the vote. Now, here is where people get nervous. They say, "But if I only do a tiny habit, am I not being lazy?" No, you are being strategic. Tiny habits are not about staying tiny forever. They are about making consistency possible. Most people do the opposite. They start with a massive plan. Burn out, disappear, feel guilty, then start another massive plan. This is not personal growth. This is seasonal self-bullying. The better path is boring, but it works. Start small. Repeat often. Increase slowly. Another important idea from Atomic Habits is habit stacking. This means you attach a new habit to something you already do. After I make coffee, I will read 1 page. After I brush my teeth, I will stretch for 1 minute. After I sit at my desk, I will write 1 sentence. This works because your current habit becomes the trigger for the new habit. You are not trying to remember a random task floating in space. You are connecting it to a moment that already exists in your day. Think of your routine like a train. Habit stacking is adding 1 small carriage to a train that is already moving. Now, let us talk about bad habits. The uncomfortable truth is that bad habits usually give a reward immediately. Scrolling feels good now. Junk food tastes good now. Avoiding a hard task feels relaxing now. The cost comes later. Good habits are often the opposite. Exercise is effort now, benefit later. Saving money is restraint now, freedom later. Reading is focus now, clarity later. So your brain, being the ancient little survival machine that it is, often chooses the immediate reward. This is why the book says good habits need to feel satisfying. You need some kind of immediate win. Track the habit, check a box, move a paperclip, use a calendar, make progress visible. It sounds simple, but there is something weirdly powerful about seeing the chain grow. You do not want to break it. When you miss a day, follow this rule. Never miss twice. Missing once is life. Missing twice is the beginning of a new habit. You will get sick. You will travel. You will have chaotic days. You will have days where your energy level is basically a phone at 1%. That is normal. The danger is not missing one workout or one reading session. The danger is turning one miss into a new identity. I failed. I always quit. This is not for me. No, you missed one day. That is data, not a personality. Get back on track quickly. Make the next action small. 1 page, 1 minute, 1 rep, 1 clean surface, 1 honest step. This is how you keep the habit alive. Now, here is the part I think matters most. Atomic Habits is not really about becoming a productivity machine. It is not about turning your life into a spreadsheet with feelings. It is about trust. Self-trust. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, you build evidence that you are someone who follows through. And every time you break a promise, especially a huge, unrealistic promise, you quietly teach yourself the opposite. So stop making promises that require a fantasy version of you. Make promises the real you can keep on a Tuesday, not vacation you, not New Year you, not I watched one motivational video and now I fear nothing. You. Regular you. Tired you. Busy you. Slightly distracted you. Build habits. That version of you can actually do. That is how change becomes real. So here is the practical challenge. Pick one habit, not 5. Not a full life renovation. 1. Make it tiny. Attach it to something you already do. Make it visible. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. For example, after I make my morning coffee, I will read 1 page. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 squats. After I open my laptop, I will write 1 sentence before checking messages. After dinner, I will put my phone across the room for 10 minutes. Do that for 7 days. Not to become perfect, to prove to yourself that you can show up. Because the goal is not to change your life in 1 day. The goal is to stop voting against yourself. Small habits look weak from the outside, but they are how most real change begins. Not with a dramatic speech, not with a perfect plan, not with waiting for motivation to arrive like a luxury delivery. Just 1 small action, repeated, then another, and one day you look back and realize something strange. You did not become a new person overnight. You became 1 vote at a time.